Well, hello there. The 11th of February, we had another week of trading. It was a quiet week, like I said in my analysis past Sunday. I thought there was not a lot going on for this week, and I think I was right on that, but let's get into that in a couple of minutes. For now, the thing that did happen was this pretty long correction in the US dollar Swiss franc. It was a downtrend for quite a while. Over here, we started to see that the market was consolidating, and I saw some divergence on RSI, like I pointed out last Sunday. Um, I pointed out that when we break this trend line, this would be an opportunity for me to go long. Well, that happened pretty fast last week, so the market broke. I waited for the retest of this trend line, and I entered my first position. After that, I drew in on my MetaTrader on my phone. I remember I draw this line as well, and this line came back, retested this trend line, but also retested the new trend line. So to me, this was a signal that price was actually not willing to go anymore to the downside, but actually reverse. So I re-entered over here, and I had another nice run. I didn't ride the whole move. I think I took my profit around here, around this. To me, this was the line I was looking at back then. So I took my profit. I also have one more position still running for the bigger move. Of course, this is not an area to re-enter. I want to see a retest of this trend line, or I want to see the following. I use the Bollinger Bands. As you may know, in the Bollinger Bands show that we are actually on the outside of the Bollinger Band, so momentum is good, but that is not a area for me to enter. So I'm waiting for a retest of this trend line, but probably I will re-enter around the retest of the moving average, because from here on out I think we will be seeing a nice move on to the further upside on this one. So this happened last week. We took the trade when this one got broken. Let's make it a little smaller so we know why and where we entered this one. Oh, this was my entry, and this retest was another entry, and now we're going. So we're waiting for a third entry around here for next week. So this is definitely a nice play. I'm expecting a bigger move because this line got broken pretty easily as well. So let's see what happens if we can move into the next line around here, around here, around here. So let's see where we can make some more money. This is my primary trade, I think, in a new trading week. So looking back, it was a great one, and for the next week, this is also on my watch list, on the top of my watch list, I think. Well, let's go into the other trades. I said Adidas, I don't like this setup because it's going down pretty fast. It broke the moving average, and of course it broke this trend line. Well, we saw some more downside potential, and then of course at this trend line where support was, this line acted as support previously, price touched it. It broke it a little bit actually, and then moved away pretty strong. Then we saw the re-enter, the retest of this line, and it got and it held. So we saw a pretty strong move. This previous high got broken, so Adidas is back on my chart again. It's trading above the moving average, pretty convincing. So we are going with this one again next week, and we're gonna ride it back into the previous plan that was over here. So we're gonna, let's point it out for you guys. This is still a play to me. So this is opportunity number 2. But for last week, we sat on our hands. It's a good thing. This one I'm not liking that much. We had some negative news again about Volkswagen. Volkswagen is not going to be a stock that's going to be trending very convincing this year. So I'm still going to trade it, I think, but I am going to trade for example, now I'm going to trade this area. I'm going to trade it in swings, but I'm not convinced this low got broken, so there's probably more downside potential. It's struggling with the moving average right now. It was a good thing I said don't touch it, and I still say don't touch it. Alibaba, I don't know what to make of this. I said enter 1, 2, 3. Well, it did, but this is not feeling good to me. A second time we tried to go through this level after this consolidation phase, and price didn't move through, which I don't like. Yes, well, same thing still in play. Stop loss below this area, but we have to see this one moving to the upside. It's taken a little bit long, but still same thing still in play. Nvidia, amazing results again. Earnings per share were almost doubled, I think, and well, it were amazing numbers. But there was something about the forecast, I think, for what's coming that triggered this, and maybe the double top triggered this. So we are in a sell-off just by the end of the week, which is too bad because we are at a nice run from here to here, and we have to ride out this drawdown. But to me, there is no reason to think this move is over or whatever. So let's see what happens over here. Then we got the US dollar, Singapore dollar. This of course is a dollar related pair, so we see a very similar pattern than what we saw on the US dollar, Swiss franc. We see prices searching where they go from here. I missed this touch of this trend line, would have been a nice entry. I want to see at the beginning of next week if this will touch this entry again. And let me see if there is maybe a touch of this trend line as well. This US dollar, Singapore dollar, very obvious trade. We're just witnessing a reversal. So last week I looked at it. This week I'm gonna trade it. Well, the dollar is just showing us the daily charts. We can see on the daily that in fact the dollar has been turning around. It broke the moving average and is now trading above the moving average, which is of course a good thing. I think we have a small trend line over here. So price bounced, and I think the dollar is getting some more strength up ahead. Shopify, oh my god, Shopify, I pointed this one out over here. I missed the entry. I was waiting for a pullback, didn't happen, and it's trading up in one straight line. I never got a chance to. This was my second entry plan, missed it. Never chase a trade. I don't do that. I didn't do it here, but I am definitely having an alert set when this one touches around the 50 again. I'm gonna enter a big position because I have great hopes of Shopify in the coming year, because I think this stock has great potential. This is the 4-hour chart. I thought for a little bit that we saw some change on the RSI, which pointed out that maybe we saw a correction coming. For us would be a nice re-enter. This one is pretty strong. It's trending, and so far. So let's see where we can maybe capitalize on one of these swings. But for now, we have to see it at least come back to the moving average. Shopify still high on my watch list. No opportunities last week. Let's see what happens. Facebook, one of my watch list items, is trending pretty big, made new highs, so we are waiting for a new correction or something to enter this. It's way too strong, way too far in this uptrend. I'm not gonna enter this one. Gold is another one that's very interesting. As you can see, gold is making a nice move to the upside this year. We are in a sort of correction right now. Moving average got broken, but the retest failed, so we are still on the downside of gold. But with all the strange things that are going on with all those political parties like Mr. Trump, and in Europe it's the same thing. There's a lot of insecurity on political grounds, so people are running to the safe havens like gold and the Swiss franc as well. So I think there is more potential in gold. I personally have 1300 for gold in my in my target. So let's see if gold regains momentum. Of course, the dollar, gold is related to the dollar, is strong at the moment, so this move correlates nicely with the strength of the dollar. but let's see if gold becomes stronger as a safe haven or that the dollar will push it down any further. I think there's more potential to the upside. I added Netflix on my watch list. It's trending to the upside pretty big. We didn't quite get a chance to re-enter yet. I want to see a pullback because just like Facebook, this is an all-time high. I'm not gonna enter a trade on an all-time high. We need a pullback, we need a correction, we need something to trade this, but for now it's not a trade. IBM, same thing, all-time high. Now it's not an all-time high, but this is a move from quite a long time. Let me see if I can put in some direction on this one. Let's see. I want to see that we see a double top right now. Let's, if this one doesn't hold and we fall down a little further, I'm willing to enter around there. But for this week, because this is the weekly review, we are not going to do anything. We didn't do anything with IBM. That's it. I'm gonna add some more things to my watch list. As you may know, I don't stare at a certain stock or something for ages. I just go through my watch list. I look for patterns, like when this happens, I want to enter around here, and then I wait out. This would have been an entry for me, and now I'm waiting. Nothing's happening now. This is where I get into action. I just look for patterns. I trade patterns. I swing trade. I range trade. That's what I do. And last week was a calm week. Nothing really happened except for the US dollar Swiss franc. So see you guys tomorrow for the weekly analysis. I try to put in some new analysis as well for the next week. Let's build that watch list, and let's hunt for opportunity to have a great trading year. Thank you. Bye.